Hello and welcome to the BottomUp podcast. I'm your host, Mike Parsons, and as usual, I am here to share with you some essential skills for innovation, design, creation, building good stuff. And today, we're reviewing the topic of automation. In fact, I've called it boundless automation, ubiquitous automation. And if you're thinking, well, listen, I'm a creative type, this doesn't apply to me, it does, because whether you're a consumer or an entrepreneur, automation is becoming ubiquitous. It's essential to understand. It's the third part of our 5-part annual top 5 emerging technologies. I really love doing this. This is the 4th year of my top 5 emerging technology picks. I'm really grateful to all the feedback I've had over the years on all my different picks. If you'd like to know more about some of the retrospective picks, some of the winners and the losers, pop over to BottomUp.io because you'll find all sorts of goodies there. Not only a full masterclass and keynote on this entire top 5 emerging technologies for 2020, but you can get access to a whole bunch of courses on design thinking, lean, agile, and innovation overall. So that's BottomUp.io. Okay, let's get into this boundless automation universe. Firstly, what is it? Well, it's really super simple. It's all about using technology to automate, especially these complex business processes. Sometimes today we might find that those processes have a lot of manual work, they can be slow and inconsistent, and frankly, computers and robots can just do them better. So what we're talking about is using automation to improve payroll, order processing, even a lot of marketing processes that have a lot of data. Perfect thing to automate. So when we talk about boundless innovation and boundless automation, it could be that classic kind of factory robot, Amazon or Ocado kind of vision that you have of just a few people and millions of robots. But it can also be software too. And that's what's so exciting about it. It's sort of a hardware software play. So why is this so hyped up? What's going on here with boundless automation? What's behind the story? Well, the real truth here is that one company has pioneered this perhaps better than any others, and that's Amazon, because they have the hardware automation happening in their factories and distribution centers, and then they have the software automation happening in their retail and online environments. It's the Amazon effect. They are just more efficient than any other retailer on the planet. And that's why, with their championing of this cause, everybody's talking about automation. They are the poster child of automation. They are absolutely killing it. We haven't even seen the end results yet. I can assure you that there are some super macro long-term economic cycles for us to go through where we'll see the true power of automation. Number 2, why is this so important? Well, it is hugely efficient, particularly in 2020. As we go post-virus, we're going to see a huge push on efficiency. Automation will deliver. And the reason that automation is just so powerful is that it can take error-prone, slow human processes and just do them better. And, the truth here is that the power of hardware and software automation can get so much done and deliver so much cost savings to the bottom line of an organization. In 2020, I'm sure that is going to be the number one driver. The third thing that's got us all talking about this and why we've picked it as a top 5 emerging technology for 2020 is the whole conversation about job displacement and the job fears that people have about automation. Now, in the masterclass that we've got on bottomup.io, you will see that yes, we did find the data that actually proves that there will be job displacement. Without a doubt, there will just be some jobs that go away. We've been seeing that in manufacturing for years. But here's the thing, the World Economic Forum found that 75 million jobs will be displaced. But by 2022, automation will create a net new 133 million jobs. So come on, guys, we don't have to be so freaked out. There is an upside to automation, and that's why we're talking about it. So the Amazon effect, it's hugely efficient, and it's not really about job displacement, it's about job growth. That's why it really matters. Now, As usual, I've got one number that matters, and this one's going to blow your socks off. Deloitte found that by 2023, the adoption of robotic process automation, RPA, will be nearly ubiquitous in industry. 89% will have adopted this because it's so damn efficient. So just think about that. This technology is on track for ubiquity within the next 3 years. Boundless automation, whether it's in hardware or software, you can bet your bottom dollar, particularly with the tough economic climate of 2020, this is going to be huge. So let's look at the pros and cons and sort of frame the boundless automation conversation. Without a doubt, the big benefit is this thing saves money for business. I think we've made a good case for that. But here's the con. Automating a non-digital business is actually quite hard to do. And that's the big catch, because often these processes have not been mapped. There are no journeys. Nobody actually has a workflow. So we have to capture the workflow as it is today. But then there's another job. We have to ask ourselves, rather than just how do we copy paste what's offline and put it online, we actually have to ask ourselves, how can we make it better as a process, as a workflow with technology? And this is not easy to do. It's both left and right brain, it's creative, it's hardcore engineering. This is why automation, great proposition, great benefits, but actually, as you'd expect, it's going to take a bit of hard work to get the job done. So there you go. That's pick number 3 of our top 5 emerging technologies. It's boundless automation. It's this opportunity for us all to have a little bit of Jeff Bezos magic in our business, in our product, in our service. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you want to download all the goodies, you can at bottomup.io. My name is Mike Parsons. I'm your host here at the Bottom Up podcast. It's been a pleasure. I can't wait to have you on the 4th installment of our top 5 emerging technologies.